Listen very carefully, because I will say this only once. You are not reading this by coincidence. 30 seconds ago, before you even clicked on this video, your name echoed through the throne room of heaven. Something supernatural is unfolding right now, and if you give me just 1 minute of your complete attention, you will understand why everything in your life has been leading to this single moment. My dear child, there is something I need you to hear right now. Something that will change everything if you let it sink deep into your heart. You are standing at the edge of something beautiful, something magnificent, something that your eyes have not yet seen but your spirit can already sense. All those nights when you cried alone in the darkness, when nobody saw your tears falling like rain, when you tried to smile during the day but your heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces inside. I saw it all. Every single tear that rolled down your cheek, every moment of unbearable pain, every second when you felt like giving up but somehow found the strength to take one more breath, one more step. I was there, holding you even when you couldn't feel my presence, even when it seemed like the whole world had abandoned you. Listen very closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not just empty words floating in the air. This is pure truth that can set you completely free from every chain that has held you prisoner. The heavy weight you've been carrying on your shoulders for so long, the one that makes it hard to breathe sometimes, the burden that keeps you awake at 3 in the morning worrying about money, about bills piling up on your table, about how you're going to feed your family, about how you're going to make it through another difficult month. That crushing weight is about to be lifted off you completely. Not because you suddenly became perfect, not because you finally did everything right, not because you earned it through your own power, but because love has been watching you from the very beginning, and love has decided that your long season of suffering is finally coming to an end. You know those painful moments when you felt completely invisible to the world. When you looked around and it seemed like everyone else was being blessed with good things, everyone else was moving forward with joy in their lives, everyone else was celebrating victories, and you were stuck in the same difficult place day after day, month after month, year after year. Those moments were not punishment from heaven. They were not evidence that you were forgotten or that you didn't matter. They were preparation happening in secret. While you were hidden away from the eyes of others, something powerful and mysterious was happening in places you couldn't see with your natural vision. Doors were being unlocked one by one. Paths were being cleared and made straight. Angels were moving on your behalf through the invisible realm, pushing back every dark force that tried to keep you trapped in poverty and pain. The terrible struggle with money that has followed you like a shadow for so long, the fear that grips your chest and makes your heart race every time you check your bank account, the deep shame you feel when you can't provide for yourself or your loved ones the way you desperately want to. All of that is being broken right now at this very moment. Not tomorrow when you wake up, not next month when the calendar changes, not next year when you think things might get better. Right now, as your eyes move across these words, as you breathe in and out, chains are falling off your life with loud crashes. The spiritual forces that have been blocking your blessings like a dam holding back water are being removed by divine command. The darkness that tried to keep you trapped in poverty forever is being flooded with brilliant light that darkness cannot overcome. Think carefully about all the times you gave to others even when you barely had anything for yourself. Remember when you helped someone else with your last few dollars even though you were struggling and didn't know where your next meal would come from. Recall the moments when you shared your food, your time, your love, your encouragement with people who needed it, even though your own cup was nearly empty. Those moments mattered more than you could ever know or understand. Every act of kindness that nobody saw, every prayer you whispered in the quiet, every time you chose faith over fear when everything around you was screaming that you should give up. It was all being carefully recorded in heaven like precious treasure. Nothing was wasted, nothing was forgotten, nothing was overlooked. And now, finally, the reward for your faithfulness is coming like a mighty wave. But here's what you really need to understand deep in your bones. This isn't just about getting some money in your pocket and feeling better for a little while until the next problem comes. This isn't just about paying a few bills and then going back to the same old struggle. This is about complete and total transformation of your entire life. This is about breaking terrible cycles that have repeated in your family for generations upon generations. The poverty mindset that was passed down from your grandparents to your parents to you. The fear of never having enough that has lived in your bloodline like a curse. The belief that good things happen to other people but never to you because you're somehow less worthy or less blessed. All of that poisonous thinking is being shattered into pieces that can never be put back together again. You are being released into a completely new way of living, a way of abundance instead of lack, a way of hope instead of despair, a way of victory instead of defeat. There's a specific moment coming very soon, perhaps sooner than you dare to imagine, when everything in your life will shift dramatically. You'll receive news that will make your heart pound so hard you can hear it in your ears. You'll see something happen right before your eyes that you can't explain with normal human logic or reasoning. It will be crystal clear, undeniable proof that something much bigger than you, much more powerful than any human force, is working in your favor with purpose and precision. When that extraordinary moment arrives and you recognize it, don't brush it off as mere coincidence or random luck. Don't let the poison of doubt steal away what's being freely given to you. Recognize it for exactly what it is, a divine gift wrapped in perfect timing, delivered by hands you cannot see but that are more real than anything you can touch. The people who whispered cruel things about you behind your back, who judged your difficult situation without knowing your story, who made you feel small and worthless with their words and their looks. They're about to witness something that will leave them absolutely speechless. Not because you're trying to prove anything to them or show off your blessings, but because when heaven decides to move on someone's behalf with full force, everyone around can see it with their own eyes. Your breakthrough won't be quiet or hidden in a corner where nobody notices. It will be visible and undeniable. And it will cause others to wonder with amazement what in the world happened to you, how you went from that place of struggle to this place of blessing so quickly. Now, I need you to do something very important for yourself. If this message is stirring something deep in your spirit right now, if you feel tears starting to form in your eyes or your heart beating faster in your chest, that's powerful confirmation that these words were written specifically for you. Your soul recognizes truth when it hears it spoken clearly. Deep calls out to deep across vast distances. Spirit speaks directly to spirit in a language beyond human words. And right now, at this exact moment, your spirit is waking up from a long sleep to the reality that freedom is standing right at your door, knocking loudly, waiting for you to open up and let it flood into every area of your life. You've been living in survival mode for so long that you completely forgot what it feels like to actually thrive and flourish. You've been so intensely focused on just making it through each difficult day, just putting one foot in front of the other, just trying not to drown under the waves, that you stopped dreaming about what could be possible for your future. You stopped imagining good things. You stopped believing that life could be different. But dreams don't die just because they get buried deep under disappointment and pain. They stay alive underground, waiting patiently for the right season to push through the soil and bloom in brilliant colors. And my precious, precious child, your season has finally arrived at your doorstep. The crushing debt that has been suffocating you, making you feel like you'll never get ahead no matter how hard you work, like you're drowning in deep water and can't reach the surface to breathe. That debt does not define who you are as a person. It's just a temporary situation passing through your life, not your permanent identity carved in stone. You are not your bank account balance with its negative numbers. You are not your credit score that makes you feel ashamed. You are not the sum total of your financial mistakes and bad decisions. You are so much more than any of that. You are valuable beyond measure. You are worthy of every good thing. You are loved with a love that's deeper than the ocean and higher than the stars. Every single time you wanted to give up completely but didn't, you were building incredible strength in your spirit. Every time you felt hopeless and broken but chose to keep going anyway, putting one foot in front of the other, you were developing resilience that cannot be destroyed. Every time you cried out desperately for help, even when it seemed like nobody in heaven or earth was listening to your voice, you were creating a powerful testimony that would one day inspire countless others who are walking through their own valleys. Nothing you've been through was meaningless or wasted. It all matters deeply. It all counts for something, and it's all about to make perfect sense when you see how everything fits together. There's something powerful and mysterious that happens in the spiritual realm when a person makes the decision to truly believe again after their faith has been shattered. When you stop obsessively looking at everything that's wrong in your life and start expecting what's right to show up. When you stop constantly rehearsing and repeating your problems to everyone who will listen and start boldly declaring your breakthrough with your mouth. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a victor. Words carry creative power that most people never understand. The things you speak over yourself day after day, the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind and control your emotions, they shape your reality and your future more than you could ever realize. So starting right now, this very moment, change the conversation you're having with yourself. Stop saying, "I'll never have enough money no matter what I do." Start saying with conviction, "Provision is flowing to me expected and unexpected sources." Stop saying, "I always try, I'm being blessed abundantly and money comes to me easily." Stop saying, "Nothing good ever happens to me because power lucky. My starter following me in everywhere I go and blessing is my portion." Might feel strain, person over especially if you've been speaking negatively over yourself for years and years. But keep doing it anyway. Keep declaring it. Keep speaking it. Your words are planting seeds deep in the soil of your life, and very soon you'll harvest exactly what you've been speaking and planting. Let me paint a clear picture for you of what's coming into your life very soon. Imagine waking up in the morning without the terrible knot of anxiety twisted in your stomach. Imagine checking your phone and seeing genuinely good news instead of another crisis or problem demanding your attention. Imagine being able to help someone else who's struggling without worrying about whether you'll have enough left over for yourself. Imagine your children or loved ones looking at you with pride and peace in their eyes instead of worry and concern. Imagine sleeping peacefully and deeply through the entire night because your mind isn't racing at 100 miles per hour with fearful thoughts and what-if scenarios. That's not fantasy or wishful thinking. That's not an impossible dream. That's your future becoming your reality. That's exactly where you're headed. The supernatural realm is absolutely real and active, even though we can't see it with our limited physical eyes. Right now, in that invisible dimension that exists all around us, things are being carefully arranged on your behalf by forces of good. Divine appointments are being set up between you and the right people. The right people with the right resources and the right connections are being supernaturally guided toward you like magnets drawn to metal. Resources that have your name written on them are being released in your direction from places you never expected. Opportunities perfectly suited to your gifts and talents are being prepared and positioned. And all of it is happening because you matter immensely, because you're deeply loved, because your breakthrough serves a much greater purpose than just making your own life easier and more comfortable. See, here's the beautiful truth. When you're blessed and lifted up, you naturally become a blessing to others. When you're rescued from the pit, you can reach down and help pull others out too. When your story changes dramatically from struggle to victory, from poverty to provision, from despair to hope, it gives powerful hope to everyone who hears it and thinks their own situation is impossible. That's exactly why the enemy of your soul fought so hard and so long to keep you down in that low place. He knew something important. He knew that once you finally broke free from those chains, you'd become extremely dangerous to his dark kingdom. You'd become a bright light shining in the darkness that he cannot extinguish no matter how hard he tries. You'd become living proof that faith still works in the real world, that prayers still get answered by a God who hears, that miracles still happen even in modern times, and that no situation is too hard or too impossible for divine intervention to turn around. And before we go any further in this message, I want to invite you to do something that will help you. If this message is reaching deep into your heart, if you're feeling something powerful shift inside you, if you sense that these words were meant specifically for you, please take just a moment to subscribe to this channel right now. Don't wait. Don't put it off. There are many more messages like this one coming, more truth that will set you free, more encouragement that will strengthen your spirit, more reminders that you're not alone in your struggle and you're not forgotten by heaven. By subscribing, you're making a conscious choice to keep feeding your spirit with hope and truth instead of drowning in all the negativity that floods the world around us. You're making a decision to stay connected to words that build you up instead of tear you down. And trust me when I say this, in the days and weeks ahead, you're going to need these reminders more than you know. So go ahead right now, click that subscribe button. It's such a small, simple action that connects you to something so much bigger than yourself. Now let's talk honestly about the mistakes you've made in your past, the bad decisions you deeply regret and wish you could erase, the wrong turns you took, the times you messed up terribly and wish you could go back in time and change everything. Here's what you absolutely need to know and believe. Those mistakes don't disqualify you from receiving blessings. They don't make you unworthy of good things. In fact, sometimes our biggest breakthroughs come right after our biggest failures and our darkest moments. Why does this happen? Because failure has a way of humbling us deeply. It teaches us lessons we couldn't learn any other way. It shows us clearly what doesn't work so we can finally embrace what does work. It strips away our pride and our illusion of control. You're not being punished by heaven for your past mistakes and sins. Your past is simply being redeemed and transformed into something beautiful. Everything you went through, even the painful things that were caused by your own wrong choices, is being woven together into a beautiful story of restoration and redemption that will inspire others. The broken pieces of your life are being carefully picked up by loving hands and put back together in a way that's even more beautiful and valuable than the original. You're not damaged goods that nobody wants. You're not trash that should be thrown away. You're a precious masterpiece in progress, being shaped by the hands of a master artist. There have been many times when you felt completely alone in your struggle, like nobody in the entire world understood what you were going through or how much pain you were in. Maybe you smiled and pretended everything was fine while inside you were falling apart and screaming. Maybe you hid your struggles because you were deeply ashamed or didn't want to burden anyone else with your problems. Maybe you felt like you had to be strong for everyone else, even though you were weak and crumbling inside. That terrible isolation, that crushing loneliness that made you feel like you were the only one suffering, it's over now. You're not walking alone anymore through this valley. There are invisible helpers surrounding you right now, guiding your steps, protecting you from dangers and traps you don't even see, clearing obstacles out of your path before you even reach them. Think carefully about the times when something really bad almost happened to you but somehow didn't. The terrible accident that almost occurred but you were spared at the last second. The destructive decision you almost made but something stopped you. The serious danger you narrowly escaped without even realizing how close you came. Those weren't just lucky coincidences or random chance. Those were divine interventions, supernatural protection working in your life. You were being protected and guarded even when you didn't realize it, even when you thought you were all alone. And that same powerful protection is still active in your life right now, guarding you carefully as you step into this brand new season of blessing and favor. The terrible fear that has gripped your heart like iron chains for so long, the constant anxiety about the future that never goes away, the endless worry about how things will work out that keeps you up at night. That fear is a liar. It's been lying to you day after day, telling you that things will never change, that you're stuck in this situation forever, that hoping for better is foolish and naive. But fear loses all of its power the exact moment you stop believing its lies. And you're about to discover a wonderful truth. The things you worried about most will either not happen at all, or they won't matter nearly as much as you thought they would when you were consumed with fear about them. Real peace is coming to your troubled mind. Not just a temporary good feeling that fades when the next problem arrives, but deep, solid assurance that settles in your soul and stays there, a knowing that everything is going to be okay no matter what happens. You won't have to force yourself to feel calm or manufacture peace through positive thinking. It will just flow naturally and easily because your foundation will finally be secure and unshakable. When your spirit is at rest, when peace rules in your heart, everything else in your life starts to fall into place like puzzle pieces. Your physical health improves dramatically. Your relationships get better and deeper. Your creativity returns in waves. Your energy comes back. Your joy returns. Peace isn't just a nice feeling. It's the fertile environment where miracles grow and multiply. Let's address something important that needs to be said. Some of you reading this right now have been faithful in small things for a very long time. You've given to others when nobody was watching or keeping track. You've prayed earnestly for other people even when you desperately needed prayer yourself. You've encouraged and lifted up people who were discouraged even while your own heart was breaking. You've shown genuine kindness and compassion to others even when you were being treated harshly and unfairly. All of that matters enormously, more than you can possibly imagine. Being faithful in the small things that nobody sees is exactly what qualifies you for greater things that everyone will see. And you have been faithful. You've passed tests you didn't even know you were taking. So get ready in your heart for something greater than you've experienced before. The wealth that's coming to you isn't random luck or blind chance or good timing. It's a direct response from heaven to your faithfulness over many years. Your countless prayers spoken and unspoken, your obedience when it was hard, and your absolute refusal to give up even when giving up seemed like the only logical option. This blessing has been building like pressure behind a massive dam, accumulating and growing stronger, and now that dam is about to break open. When it does, the flood of blessing will be so strong, so sudden, so completely overwhelming that you'll barely be able to process it all mentally. Your mind will struggle to comprehend what's happening. People will ask you with amazement what in the world happened to you, and the only answer you'll be able to give them is, God happened to me. Heaven intervened in my life. But listen very carefully to this next part because it's absolutely crucial to your future. When the blessing comes pouring into your life, when the money flows in, when the doors swing open, don't become prideful or arrogant. Don't start thinking you somehow earned it through your own goodness or deserved it more than other people. Stay humble in your heart. Stay grateful for every good thing. Stay generous with what you receive. The quickest way to lose a blessing is to become arrogant and prideful about it, thinking you're better than others. The surest way to multiply a blessing and watch it grow is to share it freely and generously with others who need it. What flows through your hands to bless others will always be far greater than what accumulates and sits in your personal accounts. You become a channel of blessing, not just a container. You're going to be tempted to hoard everything, to hold on tight with clenched fists, to protect what you finally have after going without for so long. That's a natural human reaction after experiencing lack. But resist the temptation with all your strength. Give generously to those in need. Help others freely without expecting anything back. Bless people openly and joyfully. When you operate from a mindset of abundance instead of scarcity, when you truly believe there's more than enough, you position yourself for even greater increase from heaven. The entire universe, all of creation itself, responds powerfully to generosity. What you make happen for others, heaven will make happen for you, but multiplied many times over. There are people in your life right now who don't understand what you're going through at all. They haven't walked even one step in your shoes. They haven't felt your pain or cried your tears. They haven't laid awake at night with your worries crushing their chest. Some of them might even judge you harshly or make insensitive comments about your difficult situation, acting like you brought it all on yourself. Don't let their ignorance hurt you deeply. Don't let their complete lack of understanding make you feel worse about yourself. They simply don't know. They haven't been where you've been. And one day, when they witness your dramatic transformation with their own eyes, some of them will feel ashamed and apologize. Others will be too proud to admit they were wrong about you. Either way, it won't matter at all because you'll be too abundantly blessed to be bothered by their opinions anymore. Forgiveness is going to be absolutely essential in your new season of blessing. Not because those who hurt you deserve your forgiveness. Many of them don't. But because you deserve to be completely free from the heavy weight of resentment and bitterness. Carrying bitterness in your heart is exactly like drinking poison yourself and expecting the person who hurt you to get sick and die. It only hurts you. It only damages you. So release it today. Let it go like a balloon floating away. Forgive not for their sake, but for your own freedom and peace. When you truly forgive from your heart, you unlock doors that bitterness kept sealed shut with iron locks. You create open space for new relationships, new opportunities, new joy to enter your life. Your physical body has been severely affected by your financial stress and constant worry. Maybe you've had terrible headaches, stomach problems, trouble sleeping through the night, or other physical symptoms that doctors examined but couldn't fully explain with medical knowledge. That's because emotional and spiritual burdens don't stay invisible, they manifest physically in our bodies. Stress becomes sickness, worry becomes weakness. But as your financial situation changes dramatically, watch carefully how your physical health improves too. The stress that was eating away at you from the inside will dissolve. The tension that made your muscles tight will release. Your body will begin to heal naturally and restore itself because you'll no longer be poisoning it constantly with worry and fear. I want you to imagine something with me right now. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You're sitting in a comfortable, peaceful space, maybe having your morning coffee or tea, and you're reflecting on this exact moment right now. From that future perspective, looking backwards, you can see clearly how everything unfolded perfectly. You can see how all the pieces came together like a beautiful puzzle. You can see how what seemed completely impossible became possible. You can see how the darkest hour in your life truly was just before the dawn of something beautiful. And from that future place of peace and blessing, you look back at yourself today, sitting here reading these words, and you whisper gently, "Don't worry so much. It's all going to work out even better than you imagined it could." That future version of you isn't imaginary or pretend. That's the real you that's emerging like a butterfly from a cocoon. That's who you're becoming day by day. The struggle you're in right now is just the uncomfortable transition between who you were in the past and who you're destined to be. It's painful, yes. It's uncomfortable, absolutely. It makes you want to quit, definitely. But it's not permanent. It will pass. You're in the process of transformation, and transformation is never easy or comfortable, but it's always worth the temporary pain when you see the result. The timing of you finding and reading this message is not accidental or random. You could have scrolled right past it. You could have ignored it completely. You could have been doing 1,000 other things with your time. But you're here right now, reading these very words, and that's because your spirit desperately needed to hear them. This is a divine appointment scheduled before time began. This is a meeting between truth and your soul that was meant to happen. Something powerful is shifting in the invisible realm right now at this exact moment. As you absorb these words into your spirit, can you feel it? There's a supernatural transfer happening in the unseen world. Fear that has paralyzed you is being replaced with faith that empowers you. Doubt that has weakened you is being replaced with certainty that strengthens you. Despair that has crushed you is being replaced with hope that lifts you. Poverty mindset that has limited you is being replaced with abundance thinking that expands your possibilities. And as these internal shifts occur deep in your spirit, external changes in your physical circumstances will follow. Your inner world creates your outer world. Change your thinking, change your life. It really is that simple and that profound. Money is coming to you, yes, but something even more valuable is also coming that you need. Wisdom to manage it properly. Many people receive financial blessings and then lose everything quickly because they lack the wisdom to steward it properly and make good decisions. But you're different from them. You're being prepared even now through your struggles. The painful lessons you learned during times of lack are teaching you valuable things about how to handle times of abundance. The discipline you develop during hard times will serve you very well in times of plenty. You're going to have opportunities to make decisions you've never had to make before in your life. Where to invest your money, how much to give away, what to do with surplus when you have more than you need, how to help family members wisely. These are good problems to have, and you'll have the wisdom to navigate them successfully. Don't be afraid of these new decisions. Trust the guidance that will come to you. The same voice that's speaking to you now through these words will continue to direct your steps into the future. Some of you have been believing and praying for a specific amount of money. You've got an exact number in your head, precisely what you need to get completely out of debt, to catch up on all your bills, to handle that emergency, to fix that problem. and you're wondering if that exact amount will come to you. Here's what I want you to know and believe. Don't limit the blessing by limiting your expectation to a specific number. What if what's coming is far bigger than your specific request? What if the answer exceeds your question by 10 times? What if heaven wants to give you more than you even thought to ask for? Stay open to receiving more than you asked for, differently than you expected it, and better than you imagined it could be. The methods might surprise you completely. The source might be totally unexpected. The timing might seem unusual or strange. The way it comes might be nothing like you pictured. But when it arrives, you'll recognize it immediately. Your spirit will leap inside you. Your heart will know without doubt. And you'll find yourself absolutely overwhelmed with gratitude, not just for what you received in your hands, but for the powerful reminder that you're truly loved, truly seen, truly cared for by a power far greater than yourself or any human being. There are going to be specific moments in the coming days and weeks when you'll need to make a critical choice. Will you believe what you see with your physical eyes, or believe what you've been told by faith? Will you trust your current circumstances that look impossible, or trust the promise that sounds too good to be true? Will you follow fear that feels safe and familiar, or follow faith that requires risk? In those important moments of decision, I need you to remember this message. Remember that you were told in advance, before anything changed, that breakthrough is coming to you. Remember that you didn't stumble across these words by accident. And choose to believe the promise even when your circumstances haven't caught up to it yet. Faith isn't the absence of doubt or fear. Faith is the decision to move forward despite doubt and fear being present. It's taking the next step even when you can't see the entire staircase ahead. It's planting seeds even when you don't see immediate growth above the soil. It's declaring victory with your mouth even while you're still in the middle of the battle. And that kind of faith, stubborn, persistent, unreasonable faith that doesn't make logical sense, that's exactly the kind of faith that moves massive mountains and opens up the heavens. You've survived absolutely everything life has thrown at you so far. Every challenge that tried to break you, every disappointment that tried to crush your spirit, every heartbreak that tried to destroy your capacity to love, every setback that tried to make you quit. You're still here today. You're still standing on your feet. You're still breathing in and out. That fact alone is powerful proof that you're far stronger than you think you are. And if you could survive the worst seasons of your life, you can absolutely thrive in what's coming next. The tears you've cried alone in the darkness have not been wasted or forgotten. They watered the dry ground of your life like rain, and now that ground is ready to produce an abundant harvest. Everything you've been through, every single experience, both good and bad, has been working together, even the terrible parts, even the parts that felt meaningless, to prepare you for where you're going. Your testimony is being carefully written by the author of life. Your story is being crafted into something powerful. And it's going to impact many people because it's real, because it's true, because it came through fire and still shines like pure gold that's been refined. Let me tell you about the many people who are going to benefit directly from your breakthrough and blessing. The hungry children who will be fed because you have resources to share generously. The struggling families who will receive help because you remember clearly what it was like to struggle. The ministries and causes that will be funded because you're generous with what you've been given. The young people who will be inspired because they see living proof that things can turn around. Your blessing has a powerful ripple effect. It touches far more lives than just your own. This is exactly why the enemy fought so hard and so long to keep you trapped in poverty. Not just because he wanted you to suffer, though he did, but because he knew something important about your future. He knew what you would do once you were finally free. He knew you'd become a serious threat to his dark kingdom. He knew you'd use your resources for good and not evil. He knew your story would inspire thousands of others to believe again when they had given up. He knew you'd become a bright light that darkness could never, ever extinguish, no matter how hard it tried. So he tried desperately to keep you buried, broken, and hopeless. But he failed completely. You're rising up now, and there's absolutely nothing he can do to stop it now. The moment you've been waiting for with such longing is close now, closer than you think, closer than it's ever been in your entire life. And when it finally arrives at your door, everything will make perfect sense. All the delays that frustrated you, all the closed doors that confused you, all the times you prayed with tears and didn't see immediate results, it was all leading to this moment. It was all building up to a breakthrough so perfect, so precisely timed, so divinely orchestrated that you'll shake your head in absolute wonder at how beautifully it all came together. Stay alert and aware in the coming hours and days. Pay close attention to unusual opportunities that present themselves. Notice divine connections with people who cross your path. Be aware of sudden invitations or offers that seem too good to be true. Watch for doors that swing open easily after you've been pushing against locked ones for so long. Your breakthrough might come disguised as a simple conversation, an unexpected phone call, an email that appears in your inbox, a chance meeting with a stranger, or a sudden idea that pops into your mind. When you recognize it, act on it immediately. Don't hesitate or second guess. Don't overthink it until you talk yourself out of it. Move with confidence because you're being guided by invisible hands. Your bank account balance is about to change dramatically. Your financial situation is about to shift completely. Your whole story is about to take a dramatic turn that nobody expected. And years from now, when you look back on your life, you'll point to this season and say with confidence, "That's when everything changed for me. That's when the tide turned in my favor. That's when I went from barely surviving to fully thriving. That's when my life became a testimony." This is your turning point. This is your moment in time. This is your season of breakthrough. Everything you need has already been put in motion. The answers to your prayers are in transit. The breakthrough is on its way. The miracle has already been released from heaven. Now it's just a matter of time before it manifests in your physical reality. And that time is far shorter than you think. Hold on just a little longer. Stay faithful to what you believe. Keep believing even when it's hard. Keep declaring victory with your mouth. Keep expecting good things. Because, my precious child, your life is about to become a living testimony that miracles are absolutely real, that prayers truly work, that faith produces tangible results, and that no situation is too hard for divine intervention to turn completely around. You matter more than you know. Your life has more purpose than you've realized. Your future is brighter than you've dared to believe, and the best chapters of your story haven't been written yet. They're coming now, page after page of goodness, blessing, restoration, and joy. Get ready in your heart. Get excited, get expectant, because everything is about to change, and this time it's changing for good. This time it's permanent. This time, there's no going back to where you were, because you're being elevated to a place you've never been before, a place prepared specifically for you, a place where you'll finally experience what it means to live in overflow instead of lack, in peace instead of panic, in abundance instead of absence, in joy instead of sorrow. Your season of weeping is over. Your season of dancing has begun. My dear child, I am the mighty commander who stands at the head of heaven's armies, the Lord of all the hosts of angels, and I fight every single battle for you even when you cannot see the war happening in invisible places. Very soon, sooner than you think possible, you will finally understand with crystal clarity why I didn't let you settle for something less than my best for you. Soon you will see with your own eyes why everything took longer than you expected, why the waiting stretched on and on until you thought you couldn't endure another day. Because what I'm preparing to give you, what I'm about to place in your hands, will be worth every single tear that fell from your eyes, every long night you stayed awake praying when everyone else was sleeping peacefully, every moment you kept believing and holding on when absolutely nothing made sense in the natural world around you. I am not a God who forgets his children like humans forget. I am not a God who lies or breaks promises. I am not a God who abandons people when things get difficult. I am the God of impossible miracles, the God who specializes in doing what cannot be done. And your personal miracle is already in motion right now, moving toward you like a powerful wave rushing to the shore. I am your God, the one and only true God. I am the one who created time itself from nothing, who shaped the vast heavens with my hands, who called brilliant light out of complete darkness with just my voice. And I chose you specifically, not by random accident, not as a second choice after someone else said no, but because I formed you with divine purpose and intention long before you ever took your first breath of air. My hand was already on your life even before your eyes saw the beauty of this world for the first time. And now that same powerful hand is lifting you up and out of lack, out of fear, out of confusion and uncertainty. You have been walking through dark valleys for such a long time. You have tasted bitter tears that no other person saw fall. You have endured inner battles raging in your mind and heart that you never told another living soul about because you were afraid they wouldn't understand or they would judge you. But I have seen every single moment of your struggle. I have heard the desperate cries you whispered into the darkness of night when you thought nobody was listening. I have collected your prayers like precious incense rising to my throne. And now I say directly to you with authority, your season is shifting dramatically. The cold wind of delay that has been blowing against you is passing away, and the warm sun of my glory is rising upon your life with healing in its rays. Do not be afraid of how things look right now in your natural circumstances. Do not let temporary chaos and confusion convince you that I am not working powerfully behind the scenes on your behalf. I often do my greatest and most spectacular miracles in the middle of silence when everything seems still. When the ground beneath your feet feels motionless, when heaven seems quiet and unresponsive, know deep in your spirit that my movement is still strong and active. I do not sleep like humans need to sleep. I do not grow weary or tired. I am always orchestrating good things on your behalf, arranging pieces you cannot see, moving people into position, preparing blessings for release. If this truth is touching your heart right now, I want you to comment Amen as a declaration of your faith and agreement with what I'm speaking over your life. I have not changed my mind about you even for a single moment, though you doubted your own worth and value many times, though you stumbled in weakness and made mistakes, though you battled terrible thoughts that whispered you were forgotten and abandoned. I remained completely faithful to you. My love is not fragile or weak like human love can be. It is not based on how you feel about yourself on any given day. My love is eternal, unchanging, strong beyond measure, and full of tender mercy. I see your incredible potential even when you cannot see it yourself. I see what you cannot yet see with your limited vision. You are not too late to receive your blessing. You are not behind where you should be. You are exactly where I need you to be for what comes next in your journey. Trust in my positioning of you. You will understand later what you absolutely cannot understand now in this moment. My timing is never meant to hurt you or punish you. It is always for your protection and preparation. You cried bitter tears when some things you wanted didn't happen, but you will rejoice and dance when you finally see what I planned instead, which is far better than what you originally asked for. I am sending help to you from unexpected places. I'm sending favor that will open doors you never thought you could enter. I am sending financial blessings that do not come from manipulation, stress, or exhausting yourself. They come freely from my open hand of generosity. You will begin to receive without constantly chasing and striving. You will experience heavy doors opening wide without you having to knock and beg. This is the supernatural result of being aligned with my perfect will for your life. When your heart beats in rhythm with mine, when you're in sync with my purposes, heaven releases answers before you even ask the questions. Your name has been brought up in conversations before people in rooms you haven't entered yet. People you don't even know exist right now are speaking good things about you, recommending you, thinking about how they can help you. This is my doing, my hand moving in the shadows. I have turned the hearts of important people in your direction. I have poured anointing oil on your head. You are about to walk into honor and respect in places where you once experienced shame and rejection. The tables are turning in your favor. Let go of what has clearly ended in your life. Do not desperately cling to the ashes of what I've already removed from your hands. That relationship that drained you, that opportunity that closed, that old version of your life that no longer fits who you're becoming. It served its purpose in its season. Now I'm bringing you into something completely new, something fresh that fits who you are becoming, something your soul will immediately recognize as coming from me. You will not have to fight and struggle to keep it. What I give to you, I also sustain and protect. Do not resist the deep healing I'm doing in the hidden places of your heart. Some of the heavy pain you've been carrying around for years was never yours to hold in the first place. Some of the guilt you buried deep inside was planted there by lies from the enemy, not by truth from me. Today I uproot every false belief that has taken root in your mind. You are not unloved, you are deeply loved. You are not cursed, you are blessed. You are not forgotten, you are constantly on my mind. You are mine, you belong to me, and I have declared goodness and mercy over every area of your life. Rest is your portion now, not just physical sleep for your tired body, but true rest that goes deep into your soul. Rest from constant mental pressure and anxiety. Rest from the exhausting fear of not having enough. Rest from comparing yourself to others and striving to keep up. I am teaching you how to receive again with open hands, not by force or by works, but by simple faith and trust. I am showing you how to breathe deeply without panic, how to trust fully without fear, how to walk freely without chains, because my grace is more than enough for you. Your body will feel lighter as the weight lifts. Your mind will feel clearer as the fog disappears. Your soul will begin to trust again after being wounded. This is the beautiful fruit of my spirit working inside you, healing you from the inside out. I am removing the heavy garments of sorrow and depression you've been wearing. I am exchanging them for garments of joy and celebration. And in this new joy, you will find fresh strength to rise up and do what I've called you to do with your life. You were made for more than you're currently experiencing. You were not created to stay small, hidden, or unseen forever. But your increase comes with character development. Your promotion comes with deep peace. That's exactly why I've taken you through difficult seasons that built your heart and strengthened your character before I built your platform and gave you visibility. Because your story will touch countless lives. Your journey will bring others to healing and hope. What you thought was breaking you and destroying you was actually birthing something bigger than you, something that will outlive you. Stay consistent even when it's hard, even when visible results are slow to appear, even when applause and recognition are completely absent, even when the process stretches you beyond what feels comfortable. Keep going forward. Keep praying with faith. Keep believing against hope. Every seed you've sown in tears and sacrifice will be harvested in joy and celebration. Nothing has been wasted in your life. Not 1 ounce of effort, not one sacrifice that cost you something, not one silent prayer that seemed to go unanswered. I am the Lord of the harvest, and I never forget a single seed. Your harvest time has finally come. Your finances will shift dramatically and suddenly. Your atmosphere will shift from heavy to light. Your health will shift from weakness to strength. Your relationships will shift from toxic to healthy. But above all these external changes, your spirit will rise up strong. You will be able to look in the mirror again and recognize the person I created you to be. Whole, radiant, fearless, and deeply, deeply loved. You are stepping into your true identity. You are stepping into divine alignment with heaven's purposes. I am not just changing things around you in your circumstances. I am changing you from the inside out, strengthening your voice so you speak with authority, awakening your confidence that has been sleeping, deepening your understanding of your purpose. This is not surface-level change that fades quickly. This is foundational transformation. This is generational breakthrough. The blessing I'm giving you will outlive you and impact people you'll never meet. It will touch your children and your children's children and generations beyond. You will walk into rooms that your family never had access to enter. You will experience joy and peace that your ancestors only dreamed of but never saw. You will be the one who breaks every evil cycle in your family line, the one who proves beyond doubt that my word does not fail, the one who turns a legacy of pain into a legacy of light. I am proud of how far you've come through the fire. You don't hear these words often enough, but I say them to you now with love. Well done for holding on when everything told you to let go. Well done for still praying when it seemed like nobody was listening. Well done for still believing when it felt like no one believed in you or your future. Well done for standing strong through the fire and not quitting when it would have been so easy to walk away. Your reward will not be small or insignificant. Your reward will reflect the weight of your faith and the depth of your endurance. I have not forgotten even one of the promises I made over your life. The delay you feel so strongly is not denial or rejection. I've been working in places you cannot see with your eyes, building outcomes you didn't even know to pray for, arranging things behind the curtain. I've been protecting you from what you thought you desperately needed but would have harmed you, and preparing you for what I truly destined for you to receive, which is far better. You are not lost wandering without direction. You are not late or behind schedule. You are right on time according to my divine calendar that I set before the world began. My child, you are walking into a season that was already written in heaven before you were born. The pain you endured will not go unrewarded or unnoticed. The loss you suffered will be followed by abundant restoration that overflows. For every tear you cried, I will give you double joy. For every disappointment that broke your heart, I will release a divine appointment that exceeds your expectations. I will not let the enemy of your soul write your story or have the final word. I am the author and finisher of your faith, and I will complete what I started in you. I finish what I begin. I am not a man that I should lie or change my mind. I am not swayed by circumstances the way weak people are. I do not waver back and forth. I do not change like shifting shadows. When I declare a word over your life, it is sealed in eternity and cannot be broken. My word cannot return to me void or empty. It must accomplish what I sent it to do. I am releasing angelic activity around you even now as you read these words. Angels are unlocking blessings that have been delayed by warfare. They are unblocking paths that seemed permanently closed. They are untying complicated knots that held you back. What was tangled in confusion is being loosened by my hands. If you believe this with all your heart, comment Amen right now as an act of faith. Your future is secured by my voice speaking over you, not by the voice of man speaking against you. The harsh criticisms you've heard, the painful opinions that wounded your soul deeply, the rejection that tried to define your worth and value, They carry absolutely no weight in my courtroom. My child, what I say about you is the only truth that matters. I say you are redeemed and bought back. I say you are restored and made whole. I say you are rising up from the ashes. I say you are chosen and set apart. And nothing in heaven or earth can cancel what I've already spoken over your life. You don't need to explain yourself or defend yourself to everyone who questions you. Let me handle that burden. Let your transformed life be your testimony. The fruit I produce in you will silence every doubter, every hater, every spirit of mockery that once surrounded you and laughed. They will see you walking in favor, and they will know without doubt it was me who did it. Not your effort or hustle, not your status or credentials, not your connections or networking, just pure divine intervention from heaven. Stop shrinking yourself to make others feel comfortable around you. I'm calling you to expand beyond your comfort zone, to speak boldly what I give you to say, to walk confidently in your identity, to live with the knowing that you were sent by heaven for such a time as this. You're not just anyone taking up space. You carry a light that this dark world desperately needs, and that light will not be hidden under a basket anymore. I'm putting it on a lampstand for all to see. I'm putting you in places that will stretch you, yes, but also bless you beyond what you imagined possible. I am healing the inner wounds that people ignored, the scars that nobody else could see, the wounds that made you question your worth, the trauma that made you doubt you had any future at all. It's all being washed in my grace and made clean. Now I'm pouring oil over your brokenness, and that oil will turn into anointing and power. You will speak from that healed place with authority. You will lead from that restored place with wisdom. You will bless others from a place of overflow, not from emptiness. And if this message is resonating in your spirit, if you feel something stirring inside you, please take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel. There are many more powerful messages like this one that will encourage you, strengthen you, and remind you of who you really are. By subscribing, you're choosing to feed your spirit with truth instead of lies, with hope instead of despair, with faith instead of fear. Don't wait. Click that subscribe button now and join this community of believers who are walking into their breakthrough together. You've spent far too long living in survival mode, just barely making it through each day. It's time for revival in your life. No more waking up just to get by and exist. No more calculating every breath like it's a burden you have to carry. I want to show you what it feels like to breathe without panic attacking you, to sleep without fear keeping you awake, to wake up with excitement and purpose. I want to teach you a truth you've forgotten. Joy isn't something you earn through perfect performance. Joy is your birthright in me. It belongs to you simply because you're my child. Stop looking at your past as if it's more powerful than your future. The past had its place and taught you lessons, but it no longer defines who you are today. The guilt, the shame, the decisions you deeply regret, I have already forgiven all of them. Stop punishing yourself for what I've already washed away with my blood. Let my forgiveness penetrate deep into your heart. Walk in the freedom I've given you. You're not bound anymore by chains. You're blessed beyond measure. Walk away from anything and anyone that repeatedly steals your peace. I did not call you to live in torment and anxiety. I did not call you to toxic attachments that drain your life. I called you to walk in love, in clarity, and in wholeness. If something disrupts your peace over and over again, it is not from me. I am not the author of confusion and chaos. I am the God of peace. And where I am, peace will always remain. I am bringing people into your life who will love you for who you are, not for what you can give them or do for them. I'm connecting you to those who speak my language: truth, honor, faith, loyalty, integrity. You've been around too many takers who drained you. Now I am sending builders into your life, people who will stand with you, pray with you, speak life into your dreams, and walk beside you through the seasons ahead. You will never be alone again. I know that deep loneliness has tried to convince you that you're forgotten. I know you've spent long nights wondering if anyone truly sees your soul and understands you. But I have. I always have. And I will place you in families not just by blood but by spirit. I will surround you with those who reflect my love to you in tangible ways. You were not created for isolation and loneliness. You were created for connection and community. This next chapter is about alignment on every level. You will align with the right people who understand you. You will align with the right opportunities at the right time. You will align with the right moments that change everything. And it will feel easy and natural, not forced. Not because life will have no problems or challenges, but because my spirit will confirm every step you take. You will no longer need to beg me for clarity or direction. You will feel it deep in your spirit. You will know it with certainty. And you will move boldly and confidently because I go before you. Even now at this very moment, I'm softening your heart to receive what's coming. Let go of the old ways of thinking that limit you. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of trying to figure everything out with your human mind. You were not created to carry this burden on your own shoulders. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. Give it all to me now. Your doubts, your plans, your wounds, your questions. I can handle it all. I'm opening financial doors in completely unexpected places. Money that was tied up and frozen will be released suddenly. Contracts that were ignored will be reconsidered. Inheritances will find their way to you. I will transfer wealth from the hands of the ungodly into the hands of my faithful, not for vanity or showing off, but for kingdom purpose. You will build what I tell you to build. You will fund what I tell you to fund. You will give where I tell you to give. And through you, many lives will be transformed and changed forever. I have already marked your bank accounts for increase. I have already assigned angels to go before your business, your job, your investments. You will no longer toil and work hard and see no reward. The soil you plant seeds in now will be blessed by my hand. Every seed you sow in faith will return to you multiplied many times over. I am your God, and I speak again into your heart because I see how fragile your hope has been lately. I see how the crushing weight of circumstances tries to convince you that breakthrough is impossible for you. But I am here to remind you of truth. Nothing is too hard for me. Nothing is beyond my reach. The mountains you face may look tall and immovable, but I speak one word and they move out of your way. The ancient walls before you may look impossible to breach, but I breathe and they fall flat. You were not born to live under pressure forever. I did not create you for anxiety or torment. You were born from my breath, fashioned carefully by my own hands and filled with my spirit. You were made to carry peace wherever you go. You were made to speak with authority over your circumstances. You were created in my very image. And that means you are never powerless, no matter what surrounds you. Even now my presence is stirring within you. That whisper you feel in your spirit, that warmth around you. It is me drawing near. I am drawing near to you, not because you begged or performed, but because I love you. My love moves first. My love comes even when you don't know how to pray the right words. I hear your heart and I respond with mercy. Always mercy. I will not let you break under pressure. I will lift you and place your feet on higher ground where you can see clearly. If you believe this, comment Amen as a declaration. There are blessings that have been circling your name for years like planes waiting to land. Some were delayed because you weren't ready to handle them. Some were blocked because of the wrong people you were connected to who would have stolen them. But now I am unlocking it all at once. I'm giving you access to what was once closed and forbidden. You are mature now. You are wiser than before. You have grown strong in faith. You have learned to discern between good and evil. And because you've grown, I'm releasing what I once held back for your protection. There is money coming that doesn't look like what you expected at all. It will come through people you never thought of. It will come through avenues you never imagined existed. It will not come through stress or force or manipulation. It will come through surrender and obedience to my voice. Trust me with the little you have now. Sow when I tell you to sow. Release what I tell you to release. I am the one who provides the seed to the sower and multiplies the harvest. Your bank account is not your source of provision. I am. Your job is not your security. I am. The systems of this world may shake and collapse, but my kingdom is unshakable. And because you belong to me, you will always be sustained. You will always be covered. You will always be provided for. You will not lack. You will not beg. You will not go without the things you need. There will be days where provision shows up at your door unexpectedly. Days where someone calls and says, I don't know why, but I'm led to bless you financially. That is not coincidence. That is me. That is my spirit moving in the hearts of others to fulfill my promise in your life. You will see it happen. You will live in it. You will testify of it to others. I will not only meet your needs, I will exceed them abundantly. You will pay off every debt and never owe anyone again. You will give generously to others and never fear running dry. You will walk into stores and not calculate every single item in your cart. You will rest, not worry. You will plan vacations with your family, not just calculate bills. You will bless others out of overflow, not just obligation. And in this abundance, you will remain humble because you'll remember who gave it all. You'll remember the dark nights you cried alone. You'll remember the days you fasted and prayed. You'll remember the prayers you whispered. You will never say with pride, I did this with my own hands. You will always say with gratitude, God did this for me. And because of that humble heart, I will trust you with even more. I will pour blessings that overflow into your home. Your children will know security and peace. Your table will be full of good food. Your cupboards will not run dry or empty. I am rebuking the devourer that has drained you for years. No more holes in your pockets where money disappears. No more financial surprises that bring sorrow. No more cycles that leave you empty-handed. I am reversing the curse and releasing blessing upon blessing. The enemy tried to shut your mouth with stress and worry. He tried to silence your worship with financial burden. But I am restoring your voice now. You will worship loudly again with freedom. You will praise without fear again. You will stand tall in freedom and joy because I have lifted you out of the pit of despair and placed you in a land flowing with milk and honey. Your mind will be free from the constant worry that has plagued you. The thoughts that kept you up at night, that made your stomach hurt, that caused your heart to race with fear, those thoughts are losing their grip on you. I am filling your mind with my peace, the peace that surpasses all human understanding. When anxious thoughts try to creep back in, you will recognize them immediately and cast them out in my name. You will begin to sleep through entire nights again. Your body will rest deeply because your spirit is at rest in me. The insomnia that has stolen your peace will be broken. The nightmares will cease. You will wake up refreshed and ready to face each new day with confidence. This is part of the restoration I'm bringing to every area of your life. Your relationships are about to transform. The people who brought chaos will either change or be removed. The ones who used you will no longer have access to you. The friendships that drained you will fade away naturally, and in their place I will bring divine connections. People who pray for you, people who encourage you, people who celebrate you instead of competing with you, people who understand your calling and support your dreams. If you're in a season of loneliness right now, that season is ending. The isolation served a purpose. It drew you closer to me. It taught you to depend on me alone. It strengthened your faith. But now I'm bringing you into community. You will find your tribe. You will discover people who speak your language, who understand your journey, who have been through similar fires and came out refined like gold. Your health is about to improve dramatically. The stress-related illnesses will begin to heal. The pain in your body that doctors couldn't explain will start to disappear. Your energy will return. Your strength will be renewed like the eagle's. You will feel younger, stronger, more alive than you have in years. This is because when your spirit is healed, your body follows. When your mind is at peace, your physical health responds. I am healing your emotions too. The depression that weighed you down like heavy chains is being lifted. The anxiety that stole your joy is being cast out. The fear that paralyzed you is being replaced with courage. You will feel emotions you forgot existed. Genuine happiness, deep contentment, pure joy that bubbles up from within. You will laugh again, really laugh from your belly. You will smile again without forcing it. You will feel light again instead of constantly heavy. Your creativity is being restored. Ideas will begin to flow again. Solutions to problems will come easily. You will see opportunities you were blind to before. Your mind will be sharp and clear. You will make wise decisions quickly. The fog that confused you will lift completely. You will know which direction to go without second-guessing yourself constantly. I am restoring your confidence that was shattered. The voice inside your head that said, "You can't," is being replaced with my voice saying, "You can do all things through me." The insecurity that made you shrink back is being replaced with holy boldness. You will speak up when you need to. You will say no without guilt. You will set healthy boundaries. You will walk with your head held high because you know whose you are. Your gifts and talents are about to be recognized. The abilities I placed inside you that have been hidden will now be seen. Opportunities to use your gifts will open up. People will seek you out for what you carry. You will be compensated well for your skills. What you do naturally, what flows from you easily, will become a source of provision. You won't have to work in things that drain you anymore. You will operate in your sweet spot, the place where passion meets purpose. Your children and family members are about to be blessed because of what I'm doing in you. They will benefit from your breakthrough. The generational curses stop with you. The poverty mindset ends with you. The fear and anxiety do not get passed down. Instead, you will pass down faith, hope, peace, and provision. Your children will grow up knowing that God provides, that miracles are real, that prayers work. Your testimony will be their foundation. Even your enemies will be amazed at your transformation. The ones who counted you out will be shocked. The ones who said you would never make it will be silenced. The ones who gossiped about your struggles will witness your success. Not because you're trying to prove anything to them, but because when God moves, everyone notices. Your life will become undeniable evidence that I am real and that I keep my promises. New doors are about to open that you didn't even know existed. Opportunities will present themselves from directions you weren't looking. Phone calls will come, emails will arrive, conversations will happen that change everything. Divine appointments are being set up right now. The right people are being moved into position. Everything is being orchestrated for your good. You will walk into rooms you never thought you could enter. You will sit at tables you thought were reserved for others. You will have conversations with people you admired from a distance. You will be invited to places that once seemed unreachable. And when you get there, you won't feel like an imposter. You will know you belong there because I placed you there. Your voice will carry weight. When you speak, people will listen. Your opinion will be valued. Your advice will be sought. You will influence others for good. You will speak life into dead situations. You will prophesy hope to the hopeless. You will be a light in dark places. And through your words, many will find healing, hope, and the courage to keep going. Everything that was stolen from you is being restored with interest. The years the locusts ate are being given back multiplied. The time you think you lost was actually investment in your character. Nothing was wasted. Everything you went through is now being redeemed for your good and for my glory. The pain is becoming your platform. The mess is becoming your message. The test is becoming your testimony. You are about to enter the most fruitful season of your entire life. What's coming is so good that you won't even recognize your life a year from now. The transformation will be so complete, so total, so overwhelming that you'll look back at this moment and weep with gratitude. You'll remember when you almost gave up. You'll remember when you couldn't see any way forward. And you'll be so grateful that you held on just a little bit longer. So my precious child, this is my closing word to you. Stand firm in what I've spoken over you today. Don't let doubt creep back in and steal these words. Write them down. Read them again tomorrow and the next day. Speak them out loud over yourself. Let them sink deep into your spirit until they become more real to you than your circumstances. I have spoken, and what I have spoken will come to pass, not because of who you are, but because of who I am. I am faithful. I am true. I am the God who cannot lie. And I have declared breakthrough over your life. So lift up your head, wipe away your tears. Put a smile on your face. Your season of weeping is over. Your season of dancing has begun. Your time of breakthrough is now. Receive it, believe it, walk in it, and watch as everything I promised begins to unfold before your very eyes. You are blessed. You are loved. You are mine, and nothing will ever change that. Amen and amen.